everyone! We are back today with Witches x Warlocks again, and we're gonna do the vampire girl this time. Hello Julia, welcome! Welcome to my stream. English. I also speak French and a little bit of Japanese, but I can only really stream in English. I don't think fast enough. Oh, I see. I see. Unfortunately, I don't speak Portuguese. I would love to learn, but I have not started studying yet. I seem to be... Yeah, I seem to be having a lot of Brazilian viewers lately. I appreciate y'all coming. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming by. I'm sure you're not stupid. I don't know a ton about Brazil, but I like Portuguese. I like the language. I think it's really pretty, and I love bossa nova. That made me get interested in Portuguese. Bossa nova. I really love it. But I haven't started learning yet. Maybe I should, since I keep having Brazilian folks coming by my stream. It would be nice to be able to talk in more languages to people. Yeah, I've gone ahead and skipped the intro, since I've gone through it a few times already. But the basic summary of this game is that you are a student at a witch school, again, a magic school, but you didn't learn any spells and your final is next week, so you have to learn enough spells to pass your final in the next week. And then there are four people you can date. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. My cat is getting sick. One moment. Oh, well, welcome, Ariane. Thanks for coming by. You came just in time for my cat to throw up, so I'm gonna be right back and clean that up. Poor cat. Okay, I'm sorry about that. She interrupts my streams a lot, but that's the first time she's interrupted my streams in that fashion. I'm honestly a little worried because she's getting sick a lot lately, but oh well. Anyway, crisis averted. So yeah, we are back to witch school. And this time we're gonna do Carmilla. Wait, I need potions before I can do that. I always forget. That's okay, because the part-time job is also Carmilla. Nothing special happened. Oh, I can also make potions. Let's see, 3 different potions. Oh, I think I accidentally picked 0. That's okay.
Fine.
Yes.
We've seen this one a few times.
Did you?
Did you set the kitchen on fire again, making scrambled eggs?
Well?
No.
I have never caught scrambled eggs on fire in my life.
I see.
I have burnt my own birthday cake completely to a crisp, but I've never set eggs on fire in my life. Don't insult me. Did you accidentally summon that 36-armed tentacle demon again while trying to practice spells? No!
In that case...
Right.
Yeah, this is just the glow spell. I think you learn this every time, maybe.
The ink.
I admit...
Blood.
That's right. Pay attention.
Low. Right.
Well done. I did.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I really like the voice acting in this game. It's really good. Yes, yes. Also, I'm skipping past this because 0 makes my heart weak every time.
Whoa.
And I must focus.
Alright. You know.
I forgot there was a skip button. There we go. Okay. Now we can make potions. Oh, baby, please. This cat. Oh, wait, no. We want to learn spells. That's what we want to do. We will learn night creatures. I'm telling you, The Zombie's Heart is the author's magnum opus. A finer story has never been made in the history of forever.
No.
And I'm telling you that it's a load of rubbish. Do we even read the same book? Excuse me, folks, could you perhaps help me? We both look up when the elderly gentleman interrupts our debate, which I was totally right about, gesturing toward a haunted sculpture on the top shelf.
Of course.
I immediately turned to pick up a step stool from behind the counter.
Right.
Here, let me.
I can do it.
There's no need. My adorable little servants will fetch it for me. Carmilla puckers her lips and lets out a soft whistle. I can't whistle. Instantaneously, a small group of chittering bats swoop from the Oh, I want to be able to summon bats on request. Why can't I do that? Can't do it on Earth anyway. She gestures toward the sculpture, and the cluster falls upon it in a swarm. They pick up the heavy stone between their little claws and carry it down into Carmilla's waiting hands.
Here you go.
Thank you, young lady. As he receives the product, he gives us both a small nod before continuing to browse the store's selection. Whoa, Carmilla, that was amazing! I stare in awe at Carmilla's little posse of bats while they fly. Oh my god, it's so cute! Look at this! Look, it's so cute! One even lands on her shoulder and nuzzles against her cheek. In response, she affectionately pets it out. I'm so jealous! I'm so jealous. She's like a spooky Cinderella. Yeah, the little faces, look.
Right.
Adorable darlings, no? I love hearing them mill about. Can you talk to them?
Indeed I can. It's an inherent skill we, vampires, have, being able to communicate with creatures of the night. Oh, and welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming.
You know?
Essentially, anything that creeps, crawls, or... Oh my god, baby, please.
She's upset because she got sick and she doesn't like the smell of it. I cleaned it up, but she can still smell it, so she's gonna scratch the floor. Baby. Yeah, Twitch emote's bad. When I get affiliate, I'll get some fancy emotes, but for the moment, we're stuck with these. She presses her index finger to her lips and winks. Man, I wish that my my Leap motion controller worked better. Which that it's a thing that lets me move my hands, but it doesn't work very well. My arms fly all over the place, so I don't usually use it on stream.
Not at all.
Why, Rim, not at all. I would never control a
At
friend.
any rate,
These are simple creatures that, if treated with kindness, will aid us in our daily lives, as well as dangerous situations.
But you called them your servants.
no.
For oomph, my dear.
Now,
This particular family of bats has been bonded to me for generations. They may as well be of my own blood.
I don't.
And we do not subjugate familia.
The bats swarm closer around her, butting their heads against her arms and hands for pets. Oh my god, I want them!
Whoa.
Is it something I could learn too?
Maybe.
I don't see why not. That is assuming I feel like teaching you.
She smirks, saunters over to my sides, and lets her words caress my ear.
I apologize for your unsightly and moreover wrong opinion from earlier, and perhaps I may consider your request,
You know?
if only to celebrate your newfound sense of taste.
Well, I'm definitely right, but we're arguing about a book, is what's going on right now.
Wow.
Wow, suddenly I see the error of my ways and think you were absolutely right. It was complete rubbish.
Right.
Oh, is that so?
Right.
I just don't know how I didn't see it earlier, to be honest.
Please?
As always, you're so much wiser than me and oh so gracious. Please teach me so that I can be more like you one day, Lady Carmilla.
Mm-hmm.
A little overacted, my dear, but I'll take it. Though, do remember not to demand services from just anyone. We have a delicate balance in our relationship that we have to uphold, you see.
Well,
If some outsider started bossing my bats around, I would be obligated to defend them.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Huh? I would never. I stare at her wide-eyed and hopeful. I mean, you've been such a great teacher, Carmilla. Double seriously.
right.
If I didn't have you showing me magic, I don't think I'd ever be able to learn it. You're brilliant in every way imaginable.
Well, I suppose I can't deny that I've been the best teacher you've ever had.
I'll teach you.
Because of course they would. Not like they have any upcoming exams that are sure to spell their impending doom. Excuse me, could you help me reach that skull on top of the shelf? No, I do not see how short I am. I cannot help you with that.
My dear.
Except that I have bats now.
Night creatures.
One time when I was at the grocery store, this little old lady asked if I could get something off the top shelf. And it was like the first and only time in my entire life that I've ever been asked that. And I couldn't get it. I couldn't reach it. I don't know why she asked me of all people. I was just there.
Come on.
Sweeter doll. Please?
Please?
Pretty please?
Aw, feeding them berries. Look! Look at it! Look at it!
Look, it's eating a berry.
They almost drop it.
Right.
What did I do wrong?
Oh, sweet.
Your approach could have been better, but there's no need to take it personally.
Now,
I am more familiar to these bats than you are, after all. You'll need to build a much greater relationship with them to gain the same kind of trust they and I have.
Yep, your familiar's gotta trust you. My familiar may be an idiot who is always bad, but she trusts me. I am the only person that she trusts, so...
yeah. Yes.
Earlier I was downstairs, and so she was downstairs too, and while I try to cook, my roommate sometimes like keeps an eye on her for me, and like she doesn't know what to do when I'm not in there and he is, and like he's standing up, and so like she kept coming over to the door of the kitchen and just like sitting there and looking at me like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Why are you not following me around? You probably... Oh, we've seen this one too.
Wow.
Wait, Lulu, when did you get here? Lulu!
Watch yourself.
This is the last route, the one that I'll be doing after this. Unfortunately, I really like this game. There's 6 endings. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that one of them is if you fail the exam, and the last one is probably if you choose not... Because you can choose at the end either to go hang out with your route of choice, or you can, like, just go party, I guess. So, I figure those are the last 2 endings.
Again. Now.
He's gonna teach me to smell good.
Wow. Oh. Help me.
Do it yourself.
I did Damien last time. They're really cute.
How? Like,
Well, I'll show you.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
well.
Oh yeah, if you don't have enough potions, you won't learn the random spells.
Fine.
Thank you.
So we should probably make more potions. Actually, if we can go ahead and also buy. I should have spent this money already. Look around the human shop. All I can see are couples that should be together. If only I could give them a nudge in the right direction. Oh yeah, the other thing about your character is that all they care about is matchmaking. They throw like matchmaking parties, and part of the reason why they have not learned a single spell in the entire semester is that they accidentally summoned a ghost that just like haunted them until they found the ghost to date. So that is part of the reason why they've learned not a single spell before the week before their final.
Well.
Pumpkin root mixed with cherry eye? What's that? Oh wait, it says walleye. Who decided that learning potions meant reading anyway? All you do is dump a bunch of junk in a pot, so you should be able to wing it.
Yeah.
What's the point of studying? I never study. I never studied when I was in school.
My dear.
Oh my dear, it's just
Packaged fingers. We've seen this one too, but I like doing Carmilla's voice, so I'll do
You know?
it.
Don't make the decision any harder than it has to be. They're both fine products. You'll notice the one on the left is dried, while the one on the right is fresh.
I'm sure.
Still, I'm sure a capable mage such as yourself will use both to its fullest potential.
Yeah, so basically, I would only study directly before a test. Like, I would plan around being able to study just like right before the test. And so like in college my dad drove me, so I would just study in the car on the 20 to 30 minute drive to school every time.
Mm-hmm. But, you know.
But, you know.
Am I wrong?
We've recently started carrying magical implements, and a miracle worker of your caliber deserves the best of the best, or am I wrong?
Upsell. Her upsell game is strong.
Thanks for your purchase.
I definitely don't miss having to do that, though. It sucked.
Oh, my little witch, don't tell me you've fallen for me too.
No way!
No way. But I think anyone who isn't as powerful as I am would have been falling all over themselves by now. But that wasn't just you, was it?
You're right. Right.
This is a charm spell.
Now.
I will skip at this point. Because I think it took me about 3 hours to get through the route the last time, and this is basically a 1 hour game. So, just because I was reading everything.
Now. Come on! Yes! Huh? Practice!
It's your very first time enthralling. It takes significant practice to make it work on someone like grumpy old Mr. West. You would need to be almost as excellent as moi.
Oh, don't you worry. You know? Wow! Oh my dear little witch.
She's too cute. Probably in any other game I would have gone for her first, but Frankenstein and silver-haired anime boy Ghost are too powerful. Let's see, how many potions? We need more potions. Glancing up, I saw Damien, who looked extremely uncomfortable. After my usual dance around them and shying away, they finally confessed to having lost an ear that they were now looking to replace. Using night creatures, I was able to locate a fitting one in a flash, rewarding me with one of Damien's rare smiles and a pat on the back from Mr. West. Yay, more tips. I thought that was actually going to be an event, that's why I was reading it. Or like an important one that included Damien. Oh, what was that? Sometimes when you're like an extra thing will pop up. It's weird. Okay, I think we can learn some spells now. Let us learn Scent of Blood.
5, 6.
It's only minutes to dawn, and without a customer in sight, we might be able to go home soon. Oh no! Every retail worker knows the pain of this. I assume I know what's gonna happen. I too am trying to be out of sight. Since there hasn't been anyone for hours, Carmilla and I have been trying to entertain ourselves.
7, 8.
Oh, that's so cute. As quietly as I can, I shove myself into one of the empty barrels in the display window, careful to replace the lid over my head.
9. Come on!
Come out, my dear. You can't possibly hope to hide from me.
I press both my hands over my mouth to silence the giggles that are bubbling in my chest. This is so cute. I'm a master of hide and sneak, the sneaky, the unseen Rem Nightshade. There's no way she'll be able to find me now. After all, who would think to look in? The lid pops off my head within seconds. Little hat. I look up to see Carmilla grinning down at me, a smug look on her face.
Here you go.
There you are. That makes, what, 45 wins for me? And for you, a paltry 0?
Probable.
Just how?
Are you curious?
Are you curious, little witch?
She offers a hand to help me up, her voice sing-song and teasing. I nod, brushing the dust from my clothes.
Vampires can sense the warmth of blood nearby, particularly if we've sampled it before. Mortals call this spell Scent of Blood.
What?
What? You've been cheating all these games, then?
No!
Not cheating, I just have a natural advantage.
Carmilla gives me an impish grin. She's definitely cheating.
Um,
So what else is that kind of magic good for other than hide and seek?
my dear.
Why, all sorts of things, my dear. It works on recent bloodshed, for one. Even when a corpse has gone cold, I can still sense the approximate location and time of death through its residual warmth.
Oh, a forensic vampire. I gape at her.
Oh!
So you can find murders and stuff?
I actually helped Harry get out of a sticky situation with my ability.
Mr. West? What happened?
Oh, you know, wrong place, wrong time.
And
The
so,
guards had him handcuffed and were ready to take him to jail for a murder in the alley next door.
She casually points to that side of the shop, almost as though discussing where she found a lost animal. I feel a chill run down my spine at the realization I used that alley to get to work.
but, you know.
Harry doesn't have a license to obtain stock in that manner, so a conviction would have been devastating.
So you can have a license to just kill people and sell them. This world is honestly pretty terrifying.
But,
But, as it turns out, it was a particularly nasty competitor trying to frame him.
now,
The real culprit's blood was at the scene, so I was able to turn them in before Herbie was tried.
amazing! But,
But how were you so sure it wasn't Mr. West?
You know how stingy Herbie is. There's no way he would risk his entire business for just a few parts. If I know anything at all about that man, it's how much he cares about this store.
I nod slowly, amazed by both her magical talents and her ability to solve what could have been a devastating blow to Mr. West and his business. I'm stumbling over my words a lot today. Wow, that's wild.
can you teach me?
Sounds like that skill could really come in handy. Do you think you could teach me how to do it too?
Please?
I don't know. It wouldn't make hide and seek very fun anymore.
Camilla rolls her head about her shoulders, disinterested in my cries, and I jump up with my arms outstretched at her and ready to object.
Whoa.
It's only fun to you because you're winning.
Obviously.
Naturally. Come on! Whoa. Like,
Plus, next time anyone frames Mr. West, you can sit back and just order me around to investigate.
Good point, love. If you agree to be prudent as well, I may be generous enough to show you. I do not want to have to drag you out of trouble after all.
oh, alright. Scent of blood!
I suppose that means it's working.
Don't you
Worry
worry.
not, you'll get used to it with practice, darling.
So she says, but by the end of the night I feel like it'll never leave my nose.
Da-dee-da.
I swoop around the corner just to catch Damien sitting near the stairs. What are they up to today? F.
Just one more.
Just around the knee.
Damien!
Hiya!
Huh.
Oh! I open my palms like a baseball catcher, half expecting one of their eyes to pop out in surprise. Oh, it disconnected you. Ah, I see. I was wondering what you were saying F for.
Please don't.
I think we've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen this one too.
Oh,
Wow!
it's nothing.
Whoa.
It's a magic spell. I could teach you.
Thank you! But,
I really like their voice acting too. They're all good.
like,
It's also cool you can choose 3 different voices for the main character.
You see,
oh, you mean,
yes.
Naturally, source can imply a lot of things.
Anyway.
Anyway.
wow! Let
Sure.
Would y'all prefer that I, like, go through all of these? Because I can go through them and read them all, but I don't want to, like... I know at least some of you have seen this before, so I don't want to retread too much if it's not entertaining.
After all,
They're so
Watch
cute.
closely, please.
Oh, it's so cute.
Are you alright?
What? Wow!
I wish to hug them. Why can't I hug them?
Thank you.
You're welcome. But
They remind me of Bakura from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a lot.
it's nothing.
Anyway. Maybe.
I have enough potions for the moment. Let's learn another spell.
It's love, love, love.
That makes the world go round, round, round. I finished classes early today and didn't have anything else to do except maybe study, so I thought I would head to work a little early. By the time I reach the shop, Carmilla is already approaching the front door.
Carmilla!
Hey, Carmilla!
Oh, you showed up on time, little witch. That's a first.
I am often late for things. She bops me on the nose and smiles, fangs exposed.
Hey!
Hey, I'm always on time. That is a lie. My time. I see.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
But?
But there's no point in us speaking out in the cold. Let me just...
I can't German.
Huh?
It's kind of interesting that she speaks French a lot because I think Carmilla Karnstein, which she is, I think she is German.
I forgot the key at home.
Cupping her hands around her mouth, Carmilla calls up to the second-story window.
Herbie!
Herbie, darling, Rem and I have arrived. Let us in.
We wait a few seconds for a response, but nothing happens. Is he even here today?
No.
No, I guess not. Ugh.
I suppose...
It's troublesome, but I suppose I have no choice.
She sighs heavily and presses her fingertips against the brick wall. Then, with momentum, Carmilla launches herself upwards. It's such a simple movement, but it's really efficient. If she wasn't touching the wall, I'd think she was flying. Within seconds, she's at the second-story window. Positioned against the windowsill, she taps against it and then unlocks the window and heads in. After a few minutes, the front door swings open.
Nothing I cannot handle with ease, though it's certainly been a while since I last exerted myself.
Aw, did it boot you again? I'm sorry. This is also on YouTube if Twitch is being terrible. I am streaming on both.
Wow.
Spider Carmilla. Let me check and make sure that it's actually like okay. It looks okay on my end. Hopefully it's behaving itself. But I'm sorry you're having trouble.
Right.
You just grab the wall and then zoom! Got the zoomies. I gesture wildly, motioning my hands like a rocket ship taking off. Carmilla chuckles.
Ah, that old trick? I'm rather fond of it. I learned it a while back in, the 14th century? Or perhaps it was the 15th.
Carmilla presses a finger to her lips in thought, then quickly waves the issue away. Also, everyone in this game is like super old. I think even you are, because Zero mentions like it only taking you 180 years to figure something out, so I think that implies that you and Zero have known each other for 180 years.
You simply channel your magic through your fingertips and use Crawl. In fact, I may be so inclined to show you how.
Please?
Please, Spider Carmilla, only someone as talented as you could teach me this spell. I look at her with big, round, begging eyes and a pout for good measure.
Oh, alright.
Alright, my sweet, I'll teach you how to cast Crawl.
She takes my fingers in her dainty hands, positioning them against the wall. Carmilla then instructs me in the method of, blasting off, like Team Rocket. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Or at least she tries to.
Crawl! Wonderful!
I'm
not sure that I can, Carmilla. My fingers, they're
Like,
kind of sort of stuck to the wall.
come on.
Hang in there.
Whoa.
Well, it's more like I'm hanging here, but
Don't you worry.
You're not going to let a little clinginess stand in your way, are you?
Now,
Don't get discouraged. It's only your first try. Now keep going.
Carmilla, I think I'm stuck. Like, stuck.
my dear.
Oh dear, perhaps you're pulling too hard?
Wait.
Think of it like a magnet. You need to... Oh no.
I try following her suggestion, but loosen my grip too much and fall backwards. In a panic, I squeeze my eyes shut. Is this the end for Rem Nightshade? Am I done for? But there are so many couples I haven't matched yet, and so many sweets I haven't tried, and...
Huh?
I'm fine. I knew this was coming, but it exceeds my expectations. Look at that. It doesn't feel like I'm on the ground. I look up and see a pair of violet eyes. Is Carmilla carrying me? I want to be princess carried by an adorable vampire.
Wonderful.
This is not fair. Why is this not my life? Why am I stuck on Earth? We're working a boring office job, not surrounded by cute monsters. It's not fair.
But that smile, don't tell me you plan to do that just so you could end up in my embrace.
No, no.
No, of course not. I'm just relieved.
Mhm.
Is that so? What a troublesome little witch.
Now,
Alas, I think that is enough practice for now. We still have to set up the
Right.
shop.
This is definitely useful. I can't count how many times I forgot my keys at home. I just need to master it like I've mastered matchmaking. I mentioned this before, but I've forgotten my keys only one time, and that was the one time that I needed them. Because I'm usually coming home with my roommates, but the one time someone dropped me off after a doctor's appointment, and I had forgotten my keys, so I had to call and get let in. I waggle my eyebrows suggestively. Can y'all see my eyebrows moving? I don't know how much VC Face picks them up. I can raise both my eyebrows independently. Yeah, I don't think it's picking them up. They move sometimes.
I don't.
Oh, what are you implying? I would never steal.
Strange, you seem to be stealing me right now. Ooh, that's a good line.
That is simply because a certain mischievous little witch may run off if I try to let her go.
Whoa.
Though, Carmilla?
Mhm.
Do you only use this spell when you forget your keys? Carmilla hesitates for a second and her fangs lightly press against her bottom lip. As we enter the shop, she gently sets me down on a nearby chair.
My dear.
Ah, sweet thing. The spell's original purpose was secret liaisons with an individual I was, shall we say, very fond of. Others did not approve of us, but we were able to enjoy each other's company in secret.
More of her tragic backstory.
It's love,
Ooh,
love,
a
love.
secret rendezvous with just the two of you? How romantic.
Yes, I suppose it was.
Carmilla's smile is touched by a hint of melancholy when she turns away to start working. But if she's distracted, I could... No, bad Rem. I can always sneak out to practice climbing on my break.
Da-dee-da.
Nightshade, Nightshade is the best. Finds you someone from the rest. I sing quietly to myself as I dust the inside of the human shop, doing my best to keep the wares clean and tidy. Which, come to think of it, was kind of necessary. It was starting to get gross in here, especially the drapery. I never dust. I should dust more than I do, but I just hate it. It just keeps coming. There's always more dust. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. I go to tug them down, and a cloud of dust ambushes me as I do so. By the time it clears, there is... Oh, it's this one. Yes, yes. A familiar dark-haired woman gazes down at me with empty yet captivating violet eyes, and I... Wait a second.
Huh?
Carmilla?
Yes?
Yes, sweetness?
I don't hear her approach, so when I whip my head around to see her standing beside me, I jump out of my skin a little. Oh, here comes baby. Baby, please. I know. You can't. Don't attack my phone. Not like a great-great-great-grandma that also happens to be your doppelganger?
Indeed it is. What keen eyes you have. That is a portrait of yours truly, the eternally gorgeous Countess of Carnolia.
Oh, baby. Oh my god, baby. Oh. Familiar time. You were nobility? Ah. She folds her arms and raises her brow at me as she gives my chest a small poke with her index finger. So anime.
Where I most definitely still am.
Yes.
Yes, of course, my lady.
What?
But wait, what is this painting even doing here anyway? She doesn't respond. Ooh, we got the CG. Rather, when I look over, she's tracing a finger over the filaments on the portrait's frame, no doubt gathering dust from whatever heiress she's seeing in that far-off gaze.
Whoa.
Just a minute, oh Countess, the frame's a little crooked.
Wait.
No, Rem, don't touch!
Too late. I grasp the frame and adjust it accordingly. When I do, a scrap of paper falls out from behind the painting. Huh? What's this? I lift up the parchment. It's a faded pencil sketch of a woman with hair that flows like the ocean's waves and eyes as dark as a moonless night. There's something mischievous in her smile that draws me in.
Wow.
Wow, what a beauty!
Don't touch it.
Oh, baby. Interrupting this dramatic moment by coming to chew on my cords and get on my desk. Please. Please. Okay, here we go. Oh, she's not sated. I need to get her string and distract her. Okay. Y'all are used to this by now. I blink, taken aback and a bit hurt. It's just a drawing, so what's her problem? Unless... A friend of yours? Carmilla sighs, taking a lingering look at the photo, and gently runs a finger across the girl's paper cheek.
I
In
suppose.
a manner of speaking, yes.
My greatest.
She was my greatest hunt. I have never since pursued a human of her caliber.
Whoa.
I'm willing to bet there's an impossibly good story behind it all.
Yes.
Oh, there most certainly is.
There's a glint in her eye as she takes one last look at the portrait. Slowly, she rolls it back up with extreme tenderness. I guess it's no surprise at all that the picture is still in good condition when she handles it like that.
6 centuries ago.
6 centuries ago, this little delicacy came forthwith to my manor.
She was.
She was hoping to hunt me as revenge for an incident that occurred in her village, unbeknownst that she herself would become my quarry.
For months.
For months we played a game of cat and mouse, pushing each other to the limit, but never quite gaining the upper hand.
Until one day.
Eventually, I cornered her in an alleyway.
I lean forwards as if sitting on the edge of my seat.
Oh.
And then what? You drank her blood?
Nearly to the last drop.
Carmilla smiles, and yet there's something forced about her cheer when she speaks. I see her run her fingertips along the edge of the page.
Until some no-good busybodies arrived to save her. I barely escaped with my life that night.
How?
I outsmarted them, naturally.
She flicks her hair off her shoulders with the back of her hand.
You know?
Vampires are apex predators, as you should be fully aware by now.
Oh, hello, welcome. Thanks for coming. Hope you're doing well.
When faced against mere mortals, we always come out on top.
Okay, but if that's all true,
Why?
why do you look like you're about to cry? Carmilla's jaw hardens. I feel like she's about to chew me out, but after a long and very awkward pause, she laughs the kind of laugh of someone who has resigned themselves to a most pitiful fate.
I suppose it isn't easy to hide affairs of the heart from a master matchmaker, is it? You've caught me twice today, little witch.
I open my mouth to reply, but the pained look on her face brings me to a halt. An unknown sensation starts to build up within my chest. With a sigh, she tucks the roll of paper back behind the portrait.
My dear.
But Rem, my dear, There are some plots that are not worth digging into. Her piece spoken, Carmilla returns to doing inventory, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I guess there's no helping her right now, no matter how much I want to be there for her. The angsty backstory. They all have one. Let's see, we need some more potions. Oh, I don't have any money. Mr. West told me to go to the storage room and get a rather specific item for a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expansive catacomb-like area, but how was I supposed to remember all that? When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger just a few shelves over and quickly went to inspect it. And, as expected, I found myself utterly lost afterwards. Oh, I didn't have the spell. Uncool. Let's see. We have a lot of time left. We can make some potions. Zero, zero, zero. I figured it out.
How?
How to pass your Halloween exams? No, how to hug you. I'm gonna do this one because it's really cute. I can't resist. To hug me.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Whoa.
It's hard to like go from doing Carmilla's voice to Zero's voice. I can't hug you, and whenever I try to, I end up messing up your essence, right?
That's right.
Right, very annoying too. Because I'm made of flesh and blood, and you're a spirit of ether and magic. Okay, this is it. This implies that you've known each other for 180 years, so you must be, like, also very old. Taking you that long to figure that out, has it? Almost 180 years. Hello, Eloliot, welcome! But listen to this!
Well?
I'm all ears, for better or worse. What if I turn into a spirit of magic and ether too? Oh, good heavens, Ram. The Halloween exams are difficult, but they're not lethal. You won't be facing any obstacles that could actually kill you, you know.
No.
I don't mean that.
I see.
Then you've lost me.
Can you teach me?
I mean, teach me a spell I can cast to transform the best matchmaker in Dwemermere High, me, to a poltergeist like you. That's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it.
All right.
It could be pretty useful to you for the exams.
Yes.
Then there is a spell that will let me transform into a spooky spirit version of myself? My choice of words makes him roll his eyes before continuing with his explanation. Almost. Insubstantiate will make your form ghost-like. You'll be able to walk through walls, turn invisible, and hover in mid-air, just like any poltergeist.
All right.
That sounds super cool.
Pay attention.
Insubstantiate.
I feel myself growing lighter, fainter, ghostlier? I can't find my balance! Ah!
Careful!
Zero makes as if to lunge for me, but checks himself at the last moment.
So...
It's easy to lose your balance in ghost form because you no longer have a center of gravity. In fact, gravity doesn't apply to you anymore. Hover, Rem, hover! This takes a little getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it, as did I.
Zero!
Hovering! Zero, look, I'm hovering!
Huh?
Huh, you're a surprisingly quick learner. What do you mean, surprisingly?
Well...
Wait a second. I'm a poltergeist now, aren't I?
Yes.
For the moment. Insubstantiate gives you a spirit's basic form for a fixed span of...
Right.
That means I can hug you at last. Unfortunately. Without waiting for Zero to finish, I throw my arms around him gleefully.
You come.
No way!
What happened? It felt all cold and dizzy.
Now you know.
Now you know how I feel when you try to hug me.
Why?
Because...
Poltergeists are incapable of touching each other as living beings are incapable of touching us.
That means...
Touch requires physical contact, and we, poltergeists, have nothing physical to offer.
Oh, now?
Oh, now, don't look so crestfallen. Here, come with me. Zero starts drifting upward. His head touches the roof, then disappears right through.
Zero!
Come with me.
Drawing in a deep breath, I concentrate on floating upward.
Wow!
I'm floating!
Mm-hmm.
Steady, Rem, almost. It's easier to pass through barriers for the first time if you close your eyes. Passing through the roof felt weird, like something went into and out of me that was there and not there at the same time. When I opened my eyes again, the starry night spreads endlessly above, illuminated by a brilliant crescent moon.
Amazing!
I need to hydrate. Too much voice switching. I love to sit on rooftops and watch the night go by a long, long time ago. Yeah, oh yeah. Having some trouble with that today. Now I can get on rooftops much more easily, but floating is not sitting, and sometimes I...
Zero!
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss...
What?
Miss what?
Well...
You know, having a physical body? Zero tenses up and turns to me scornfully.
Huh?
Huh? Do I miss stubbing my toe? Do I miss tripping over branches and falling flat on my face? Do I miss having to climb flight after flight of stairs to get to the roof, only to find the door locked and the key hidden away, huh? Do you, Zero?
Mind your own business.
Really good voice acting. Not mine, his. My voice acting is just so-so. But I hope you enjoy the voices anyway. I enjoy doing them. Let's see. We have like 4 days, so we should try to finish out Carmilla's spells and then get a few more. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Wonder if I can get a translation bot set up. That would be really cool. I should look into that. I would love to be able to talk to more people. I checked the time on the clock tower nearby. I'm pretty sure we should be open right now. Was there another holiday this close to Halloween? I don't think so. After all, I keep tabs on all holidays for my matchmaking purposes. That is a lie. You forgot that it was Halloween. Even the street lamps outside can barely illuminate more than a few inches indoors, as if something is stopping them from doing so. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate people coming and watching me, even if you can't understand. I do that too with streamers that I like, so I really appreciate it. I should have captions set up if it helps to read, but they don't always work. I hope they're working. Actually, let me check if they're working. They seem to be working on Twitch. I can't tell if they're working on YouTube. And thank you for translating too. My voice comes out as a tiny, frightened squeak. I clear my throat and reach out for a candle, or any sort of light, really, only to knock one of the displays over instead. Sounded like the pickled eyeballs, too, by the squelch. I definitely don't look forward to cleaning that up later.
Hello?
Carmilla? Mr. West? Suddenly, a sharp breeze nearly knocks my hat off. I gasp, instinctively crouching down and covering my head. When I look up, I see a small silhouette balancing on the second floor balustrade, candle in hand.
Well, what do we have here?
Who are you?
You enter the domain of Countess Carmilla Myrtle, being of the night, ruler of creatures and darkness, mistress to time itself.
Crab apples.
Carmilla, it's you?
Carmilla swoops down from the second floor, her cape billowing like a dark cloud around her. I yelp as she lands in front of me with the agility of a cat. Her footsteps are silent against the floorboards. The candles suddenly light up all at once, banishing the eerie darkness. Carmilla stands above me, her shoulders trembling with laughter.
Oh, you are surprisingly easy to spook, my dear. An odd trait for a witch.
Hey, that wasn't funny. I'm really easily startled myself. I will jump a foot. One time, I had the hiccups and my dad came up behind me and he yelled so loud. And I jumped so hard and he was like, I bet you don't have the hiccups anymore, and I still did. It didn't even help. He just scared me for nothing. I clutch my chest for emphasis and press against my forehead with the back of my hand, as though I were seconds away from passing out. The previously noisy thuds of my heart against my ribcage begin to die down.
Dear me.
I really need to practice my oh ho ho laugh. I have yet to do that.
Well, rest assured, little witch, I would take responsibility if you were feeling faint.
Thank you for following, Opa Mandy. Thank you. Welcome.
How?
How did you even do that? Jumping from so high, I mean. Is there some kind of wire attached to your back? I spin Carmilla around and search for nothing. And search but find nothing. She crosses her arms and gently shoos me away.
Of course not. Vampires can fly.
Oh my god. My familiar's coming back. Baby, please. No. Did you hear her meow? She was upset that I picked her up.
Of course not. Vampires can fly. We are all-powerful apex predators for a reason.
So you could have just gotten that skeleton yourself the other day without me falling off the ladder?
Well, not quite. Fly is, I suppose, a stretch, despite being the name of the spell. We can only glide and swoop down from high places. Soaring high up is nigh impossible. It is not like a witch upon their broomstick.
Before I can even ask, Carmilla smirks at me.
But flight is certainly an appropriately witchy skill, is it not? Would you like to learn how to do it?
Of course. But what kinds of things can this spell be used for? There always seems to be something.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic is very important. Come again?
You can't expect every spell to have some kind of ingrained use or higher purpose, you know.
My dear.
Some of these things are just for entertainment. It simply looks positively captivating when you swoop down upon your audience.
I suppose.
But I suppose a clutch such as yourself could utilize it to curb your falling habit as well.
You know, that's very true. I am a huge klutz. I fall a lot. I'm pretty good at catching myself, but I wish that I could just fly on Earth. Unfortunately, I cannot. These wings don't work in my human form. Because they don't exist in my human form. So will you teach me, O being of the night, ruler of the creatures of darkness, mistress to time? She blushes as I recite her earlier lines and flails her arms dismissively at me.
I'll teach you.
Alright, already.
Or so she said. She led me to the balustrade, explained the process of casting the spell, and even demonstrated it a few times, but...
Carmilla, I'm not so sure about this.
Come on.
Come now, you're never going to learn if you just keep watching me. Do you fear heights, my dear? Oh, sweetheart. And you're absolutely certain you still want to do this?
I nod. Oh, here comes baby again. Baby. Baby. Oh, my cat always interrupting me. In response, Carmilla sighs and climbs up on the balustrade beside me, then takes my hand.
Very well. If the great Rem Nightshade is daunted by this task, we shall do it together.
On 3, then.
Oh,
That's
all right.
the spirit, love. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Fly.
I squeeze my eyes shut, and together we leap from the balustrade. I love the GVs. Look at them. Look how cute. I want to hold hands with a cute vampire and jump off a balustrade. Hands intertwined, Carmilla and I glide down to the first floor of the shop. Eventually, we manage to make a silent landing near the front door. I gape at her, amazed, with my heart hammering against my chest. Carmilla returns my look with her smug smile.
Wow!
That
Well,
Wasn't so bad, was it?
amazing!
That was amazing, Carmilla.
Oh, the Carmilla voice. I feel like as long as you're here, I really can do anything.
Oh my.
Oh, what a charmer you are.
Now,
Though the only thing we should be doing now is preparing for customers. We're never as busy this close to Halloween, so I may have taken a few liberties with the schedule.
It is so cute. She's really adorable. Lawrence, oh, it's a Lawrence vent. Lawrence drops the crate with a heavy thud, then wipes his hand against each other, feeling accomplished yet unaware of my presence. I think that's all the deliveries for today. Maybe now I can finally nap. Lori! Oh. Oh, look at him. This is a werewolf. You call him a cat voice sometimes, but he's a werewolf. Lawrence turns stiffly to me, his ears flattened against his hair.
Again.
Which I told you 1,000 times. My name is...
I remember.
I know. Lawrence, right? I watch as his ears perk back up again. They look so soft, so fuzzy, so...
What?
But how do you expect me to call you by your name if you don't use mine? I guess you have a point. His ears twitch a little and droop as he looks away. Is that a pout hiding behind his mask?
Right.
That's it! I can't hold myself back any longer. I'm so sorry. Sorry? For... Lawrence makes a noise somewhere between a whimper and a whine as I grab him in a headlock and ruffle his ears to my heart's content. I can't really make dog noises. I can make cat noises, but not dog noises. Let's see. A cute now would be like, meow. And then... there, kitten meow. But I can't make dog noises. My familiar's rubbing on my legs now because I meow. I discover that if you scratch behind them, his foot starts tapping. But he grabs him by the shoulders and pulls me away before I can learn much more than that.
What are you doing?
What do you think you're doing? Your ears were just so unbelievably cute. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You have to.
Oh, you mean?
So you would have said yes if I... No.
No.
My ears aren't a toy for foolish people to play with. My hearing is a lot more sensitive than yours. Every tap is an echo that reverberates in my head.
Oh.
I can't even imagine what that must be like. If I teach you, will you leave them be? Teach me, teach me.
Wow.
Oh gosh, you're going to show me how to have super cute puppy ears?
No.
Oh my god. Sorry, my cat again. Please don't scratch.
Hey, you, don't scratch. Be good.
Well, right.
They're better to hear you with, my dear, am I right? I wink playfully at him and he thumps his palms against my forehead. I shouldn't have meowed because now she's gonna bother me. Anyways, pay attention.
What big ears!
I didn't think it was possible to improve your hearing through a few easy steps, but with a few simple gestures and the magic words, everything is a lot more in focus. Otolaryngologists would hate us. Otolaryng... I can't read that word. It's too big.
That should do it.
That should have worked. Tell me what you hear. I hear the beetles crawling around in the grass, the crows flapping their wings above us.
Good.
Good, anything else?
Well,
There are glasses clinking near the cafe down the hill from here, and...
How?
What? Something is growling really close by. It isn't you, is it?
No.
No, but I don't hear a thing. Lawrence watches the area around us carefully, alert and ready for action. He seems to be taking this seriously. I hear the growl again, and without a doubt, it's definitely coming from Lawrence.
Well,
Are you sure it isn't you?
Of course not.
Of course it's not.
Hmm.
Go back home. This lesson is over. But Lawrence,
Watch yourself.
it might be unsafe. A witch that can't use many spells won't be able to defend themselves. He folds his arms and nods affirmatively at his own deductions.
I'll do it.
I'll look into the weird noise by myself. Alright. Lawrence turns to leave. I hear the growling again as he dashes off into the woods. That's when I suddenly realize it was his stomach, wasn't it? He's so cute. He is really cute. I'll be doing him next time. Next time I play this game. He's the last route after Carmilla. I should probably save now that I think about it. I haven't saved at all. Okay. It would suck if the game crashed at this point. We have 3 days left. Or no, 4 days left. I can't count. How many spells do we have? We have Night Creatures, Scent of Blood, Crawl, Fly. I need to learn a few more spells also from some of the others, because if I don't, I probably won't have enough spells to pass the exams. But I've got to think about what would be the best to cover all the different challenges that you get. So that one's like a summon type spell, so I wouldn't need like Scuttle or anything like that. That's a fly spell, so I don't need hover. I can also crawl. Scent of Blood is for finding stuff. I should probably get an attack spell. I'm gonna make some potions first. As I was stocking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. Somehow I got the feeling they were up to no good, but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. After improving my hearing, I realized they were planning to drop a darkness bomb so they could rob us blind, literally. Yay, we got extra money. That's helpful because I need more potions. Let's see, I need pink and red. This interface could use some work. But usually date sims aren't known for their inventory management, so I'll cut it a break. And now I just need some red potions. Let's see, I would get 5. I think I would get 6.
Come again.
The instant the last 2 customers leave, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. Oh, this one's really good. I've seen this one before. I'm about to take the first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
I'm parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched.
I stare at her with my mouth open, a very appealing sight, before clamping it shut.
Parched?
Or parched?
Oh, you mean...
Oh, hold on. I'll grab your lunch for you and we can eat together. I go to look underneath the counter in case she left a bag, but there's nothing. Quickly, I race to the back, but there isn't anything in the icebox either. As I return, Carmilla eyes me, full of amusement. Did you forget your lunch today?
Seems so.
Whatever shall I do?
Whatever shall I do?
I look back at my own lunch, a leftover burger from last night's supper and a bottle of milk. I guess I could go halvesies. Well, if you need a drink, you can have some of mine. I thrust the unopened bottle towards Carmilla, but she immediately takes a step back like it's minced garlic, which I'm pretty sure it's not. what gives?
Okay.
See you when you come back, El Elliot.
Oh no, thank you, dear. Milk is not quite to my taste.
You know?
It never really satisfies me, you know?
She smiles gently and saunters over to me. When I look into her eyes, I see the same spark as when she looks at customers. It's chilling. The protagonist is very dense. Obviously. I know what she's doing, but her voice is so hypnotic, it almost causes my heart to skip a beat.
But, my darling little witch, you do know what would satisfy a thirsty vampire, yes?
Huh?
Blood. It's bad enough that you want to enthrall me. I guess I could give you some of mine, but you owe me.
Right.
And it better not hurt.
Sweet Rem, you're always full of surprises.
I absolutely would let her bite me. Even
when you knew what I was up to, oh goodness, I feel a little embarrassed.
She glances away and twirls her hair around her index finger.
Oh,
Well, we're friends, and you're always helping me out, so I think it's the least I can do.
my dear.
You're so kind, not to mention 100% right.
I promise.
I swear to you that I shall only take the tiniest bit.
Come on.
Give me your hand, please.
Ah. Hand kiss. I do exactly as she asks. With one of her satisfied little hums, Carmilla kneels before me and takes my hand, then gently presses her lips to the back of my palm. I feel a pinch for just a moment, but then nothing but dizziness. Carmilla lifts her head and licks her lips before removing a handkerchief from her sleeve, which she carefully wraps around my hand.
Red berry with notes of chocolate and cream. You certainly like your sweets, don't you?
I do very much like sweets. You can tell all that from my blood?
I have experience.
I have an experienced palate for such
I
things.
suppose.
If you're truly curious, I could give you a pittance of my own.
Of
Few
course.
things upon this earth are quite as energizing as fresh blood, when you have acquired the taste, of course.
She does look like she has a lot of get up and go, but drinking blood? I'm gonna say this because it's funnier.
Whoa.
Well, if it tastes as good as you say, a little wouldn't hurt.
I'm impressed.
Oh, how adventurous. I'm very impressed. But, my sweet witch, I was hardly serious.
You know?
To drink a vampire's blood is to become one yourself, after all.
Really?
What? Really?
Yes.
So be careful what you agree to, Ren.
I would agree to that immediately. There may be
There may be a number of benefits to vampirism, but you should think them over first.
At any rate,
At any rate, I do know a less physical means of absorbing energy. It may not be as effective as blood, but it should give you a pick-me-up in a pinch.
Monster energy drink?
oh, you mean
You mean like draining psychic energy? I wiggle my fingers spookily at Carmilla and she shakes her head, smiling briefly.
Something like that, yes. It's a spell called Leech Life.
I will become a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I'll teach you.
After Carmilla taught me, she wouldn't even look at me. The awkward silence stretches between us for what seems like forever. Shortly after our break, a customer finally shows up and they're wearing a mean face that spells business. A bad customer. Actually, this was a conversation topic on one of my Discord servers earlier with Ariane, who may still be in the chat if Twitch is being nice to her and letting her watch.
Whoa.
We have a no returns policy on every product in the store. Sorry. Why does that matter? My spell didn't work. I demand to see your manager. Our eyes meet and we just sort of stare at each other. It takes me a second to gather up my nerves, but I decide to put what I've learned to good use.
Life leech.
Slowly, the man's shoulders begin to sink and I feel a bit of energy gradually wake me up. Thankfully, after about 5 minutes, he just shakes his head and wobbles off without a word.
Yes.
I wish I could just energy sap bad customers. I don't work in customer service anymore, but I used to. I work in an office. I work in a library, but I work like in an office in the library. I work in the department where we get like all the all the books and DVDs and things in, and we process them and do the invoices and stuff. I'm basically an office lady. I definitely don't miss customer service. Let's see. We have like 3 days. We can get some extra potions at the end, so I think we should maybe focus on learning spells. I have a new da-di-da routine. On each day I work, I meet Carmilla at the door. It's grown into a habit for us to meet outside before our shift and go in together. When I'm on time, that is. Our short stride through the entryway is easily becoming one of my favorite parts of the day, but... Evil! Evil! There is a wicked beast in our town! Baby, what are you doing? Baby. Baby. My cat's name is Baby, by the way, if you're not aware of that fact. So when I say baby, I'm talking to my cat. I jump back, spooked by the sudden noise. A screaming figure lingers in front of the shop, shouting his lungs out. A pretender among pretenders! We must burn her! Stake her before she slays any more innocents! Sir? Are you, okay? Be warned, young one! You're gallivanting with death her- Baby! What are you doing? You are gallivanting with death herself. I already sense her taint upon you. Begone, thrall of vampire! In hindsight, I should probably know better than to talk to strangers. But there's something familiar about this particular weirdo, and he's blocking the door. Now he's advancing towards me with a crossbow barely concealed under his cloak.
Come on!
Oh, come on, please don't murder me. I haven't even had my 1 millionth match yet. There is no sanctum for people like you. Do not hide from my cleansing judgment. I stumble back a few steps when I realize that it isn't me he's looking at, but Carmilla. Embarrassing. Here I thought I was I am the demon. Can't you see? Ugh, I'm insulted. I'm the demon here. Like when you think someone's waving at you and... Hold on, wait, he's after Carmilla. Help, I should call for help. I should... Eek, his hand is on the trigger. He's going to make ghastly kebabs of us. Sir, please, can we talk about, But just as he shoots, Carmilla yanks me back. I'm about to scream, but I feel a finger over my lips and a warm breath near my ear.
Don't
Say nothing.
I nod, watching the wasted shot roll along the ground. Oh, hello, Nox. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Did you get any more sleep? My savior, death herself, waves a hand. Then a thick patch of darkness soars forth and hides us within. I intently listen to the man's heavy footsteps echo through the alleyway, near and far. You can run, demons, but never escape! I can escape. Time will not forget the dishonor you dealt me and mine, and I will scourge the earth to see justice done. We wait until his footsteps fade off into the distance. Carmilla drops the veil of darkness and walks into the store without a word. I stumble in after her, struggling to grasp what I just witnessed.
Whoa.
Carmilla, you got in here, you got here just in time for, like, this is the last spell in Carmilla's spell list. So once we win once we learn a few more spells, we can just go ahead to the end of the game. And get to see her angsty past, the dramatic conclusion of our romance.
Like...
I hope you're doing well though, Nox. Carmilla sighs again, but this time she doesn't brush me off. He is the Baron, or the Mad Baron, as he's better... Oh, Carmilla voice.
We have, as some would call it, a history together.
He was yelling a lot of mean stuff.
Yes.
Yes, well, it's his ancestors' fault.
Now...
A long time ago, the Mad Baron's ancestor struck a deal with me.
Anyway...
It was simple. I never harm his direct descendants, no matter how annoying they are. And in exchange, his family would cover up any accidents that might occur.
She clicks her tongue in annoyance and shakes her head.
If I had known how frustrating they would be to deal with, however, I would have never made that deal.
Accidents?
Yes.
I was young once, and I wasn't always as careful with blood as I am now.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling a little better. I hope you can take a nap later. Hi, Anna. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. And the Baron's family, well, if
I did not take them. Surely pestilence or a failed harvest would have.
I keep forgetting to switch back into the voices. She looks away, mumbling in bitterness. Was that a tsk I heard?
He's mostly upset because his house has fallen. Being terrible at your job can do that to you.
But, you know.
I mean, how is it my fault that his ancestors didn't do their cleanings properly?
Even though Carmilla is pouting, I can sense a bit of guilt. Do you think he'll come back?
Yes, unfortunately for me, he is as stubborn as he is imbecilic.
I am doing well, thank you.
I have no idea.
Having a good chill stream. I was really tired earlier, but I'm a lot more awake now for some reason.
I don't exactly know how he figured out that I work here, but now he knows we're affiliated. In fact, he may even try interrogating you. What a bother.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Yes, he's not evil, per se, so he should be pretty harmless to anyone who isn't me. Of course, he's still, well, you know, like that.
I'm sorry.
Goodness, I'm incredibly sorry for getting you mixed up in all this, Rem.
Whoa.
It's okay. Now that I know, he's not really as scary as he was earlier.
Oh.
And now we will learn darkness.
Yes.
I'm ready to stop, drop, and roll into the void. I give her 2 thumbs up.
I'll teach you.
New spell. I thought she was just waving her hand, but the movement is really particular. When preparing the spell, I feel kind of like a ninja, or even spookier, a mime.
All right.
Oh, Carmilla, watch!
Darkness.
I practice forming small veils of darkness around the shop, each one growing a little larger the more I concentrate on it.
It's small, but it'll do the job. Well done, darling.
Yes.
I'll get better.
After all.
I need to repel that guy in case he ever comes back for you, right?
The chances of that are quite low.
But.
You see, the neighborhood watch is quite exemplary at keeping his sort out. He does manage to slip by once in a blue moon, however, but...
Whoa.
Well, he won't get the best of me. I will protect my vampire girlfriend. I protect, and I also protect.
Damien!
Just a moment.
What's taking them so long? Damien, do you need some help? My question gets a very obvious answer when Damien appears near the top of the stairs with a large stack of books in their hands. Oh, it's this one. Can they even see over that paginated mountain?
Apologies.
Poor baby, look at them. Aww.
Damien!
Damien!
No,
Speak to me! Oh no, 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 no! I dig through the books, but they don't move.
Damien!
Damien, are you...
No!
Don't let me get accused of murder.
It's okay.
I'm still alive.
Huh?
Huh? With a grunt, Damien stands themselves back up and dusts off unseen dirt from their clothes. There wasn't a scratch on them.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry. Wait. Are you alright?
I cry crocodile tears and throw my arms around their neck to emphasize their horrible crimes against my sanity. They tense a little at first, but wrap their arms around me not long after. I love them very much.
Don't you know?
All of the characters in this game are really good. I'm excited to play... Oh, sorry, chair noises. I'm excited to play the other game from this company. It's called Royal Alchemists.
Thank you?
Yes. But.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go through this one. Give my throat a little bit of a rest.
I could teach you.
All right.
Watch closely, please.
They're really cute though. I did their route last time.
Indestructible. All right.
Frankensteins are very powerful. Every time I see a Frankenstein VTuber, I fall in love.
Of course not. Well, wait. Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't jump down the stairs.
Okay.
My room is at the top of a staircase. Like, for some reason, the door is outside of the staircase, and then the staircase is in my room, and I'm always afraid that I'm gonna fall down my stairs while I'm half asleep. I'm really clumsy.
Go.
I could definitely use the spell. Rem's heart-shattering comet punch.
Excellent. You know.
Although, you don't have to name your attacks.
Why?
Naming them is the best part. You have to name your
Incomparable.
attacks.
The one and only.
The incomparable, the one and only Rem Nightshade must name her attacks.
Phew. Oh.
I don't hate cleaning, but I also procrastinate
Thank
cleaning really bad. So I really need to clean my room right now.
Why?
I was gonna do it earlier today, but I procrastinated again and didn't do it.
Oh.
I did do some laundry though. Poor baby. Their maker made them centuries ago, and humans didn't like them very much, so their maker taught them a bunch of spells to like protect themselves and get away.
It's okay. A long time ago. But
Like
yes.
what?
I'll protect you. I'll protect all of these adorable characters.
Right.
My fellow monsters. Look how cute they are. I love the chivis. Look. Look at his little face.
It's nothing.
Let's see. We have 3 more days. We need more purple potions, but we also need more spells. So I think... because we had like way more than enough potions last time. I think I will focus more on learning spells. Let's see, so I have a fly spell, I have a way to hide. I have a way to find things. I can summon bats so they can fly and probably get things for me. I also have, let's see, I have, I think, yeah, I have glow, so I don't need to get any light spells. What else did I learn so far? The bonus spells. I have that, that mending one. I have... what else? When you get to the end and you take your final, you have to, if you don't have the right spells, you won't be able to pass it. So, I probably should save. You won't be able to pass it if you don't have enough spells for all the different challenges. So... we can hide already. That's probably not a bad idea, but I might focus on them because I'm gonna do Lawrence's route next time, so we're gonna be seeing all of these next time anyway. I could probably use an attack spell of some kind, so I'll just get Fireball. Learn the spells. Rem Nightshade, the stressed, the worried. I've been wondering, Rem. This is what's killing my voice, going back and forth between doing a really high pitch for Carmilla and a really low pitch for Zero.
Well,
But I like doing both of their voices, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Setting aside this Halloween exams monomania, isn't there a spell that you'd actually like to learn? A spell that I'd like to learn? I know.
yes.
Yes, I thought it might be less stressful for you to learn a spell you've always wanted to learn. Thank you,
Like-
Nox. You mean such a spell to make every matchmaking party I have a huge success? Oh, sleep well. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, I really appreciate it. And thank you for translating earlier, too. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.
No.
No, anyway, you don't need a spell to manage that. A tinge of pink tickles my cheeks. Thanks, Zero. I am by far, without a shadow of a doubt, the most amazing matchmaker in Dummermere High, aren't I?
Wait.
That wasn't a... Wait, that was sort of a compliment, wasn't it? Ugh.
It's love, love, love.
You know.
Let me put it this way. Suppose everyone you know has already found happiness in true love, and there isn't anyone left to matchmake with anyone else with anymore.
Right.
I'm trying to get there. You mustn't rush me.
Hey!
That's not what I meant.
That means.
What I wish to say is, given the situation I described just now, wouldn't there be a spell you'd be interested in learning?
Like,
When I was little, do you remember the fantasy stories we would read together? I do. I also recall you were a lot less insufferable then.
yes.
I love the tales of powerful mages who could cast lightning down from the sky, cleave mountains apart, and hurl fiery infernos.
Yeah.
I used to daydream about how cool it would be if I were a mage like that, battling the forces of evil with awesome spells.
Yes.
Summoning lightning and cleaving mountains are a little advanced at this point.
But.
Oh,
Yes.
So now we shall learn fireballs.
Alright.
fireball. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been able to cast this 10 months ago. Well, it's better late than never, I suppose.
Zero.
Huh?
Where are you going? I dashed down the stairs to the kitchen with Zero trailing the air noiselessly behind me.
Fireball.
Fireball! Fry some eggs. I made a fried egg for lunch today. It was really good. I made
I see.
sticky rice, and then I fried the egg with like salt, pepper, and green onions. And then I put some soy sauce in the rice and squished the egg into it. It was really good.
Yes.
Quite. Fireball, while primarily used as a combat device, is a favorite of mages who arrange their barbecue on a day with damp weather. Tea leaves!
Right.
I'm going to make fireball boiled tea, too.
Well done.
I am so glad you are finding so many domestic uses for this spell. But tell me, Rem,
Well.
when are you going to give battle to a ravening kraken with your fiery inferno? Save a beleaguered city by incinerating hordes of the undead led by an evil necromancer.
Well.
Zero, I know I am a long, long way from being a true witch. I know I'm starting late, and I know there are so many things to learn in so little time. But I'm trying my best in my own way.
Please?
Will you continue lending me your support like you always have through all this time? The exclamation point. He stares deeply at my person before nodding gently and nearly hiding what is the softest smile I have ever seen from him. I am so weak. I'm so weak for Zero. God, I'm so weak for him. He's so cute. While cleaning the shop, I found a very unique looking, obviously ancient vase. And Carmilla spooked me, so I dropped the vase. Yay, I used Stitch. And I got extra money. That's good.
Zero.
Ooh, Zero time.
Yes.
Yes, Rum.
Well.
I've been thinking, I know very little about you,
That's
don't I?
right.
You know very little about everything, Rum. That is why you are in such imminent danger of flunking your exams and getting expelled from Dummermere High. Speaking of which, how far did you progress with tonight's study plans? You've been by my side the whole time. You probably know the answer to that question better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
Do I? In that case, I must warn you that unless you start studying seriously and stop wasting time asking inane questions.
Right. Like.
He always
Do I?
deflects when she asks about his past.
Yes.
This is the childhood Frank character. If you haven't seen me play this game before, he was the first route that I did because I'm very weak for him.
Mm-hmm.
He lets out a defeated sigh.
Actually,
The reason I don't like to talk about my past much is hardly that glamorous. I simply haven't much of a past to talk about.
What?
But you've been a poltergeist for quite a long time, haven't you?
yes.
For much, much too long.
My earliest memories.
My earliest memories were haunting the north part of the graveyard in... The name escapes me.
It was.
It was a quaint little English village. I can't do an English accent, which is why I'm not even trying with him. I cannot do any accents, really, except for my own accent.
Oh.
Which, you probably don't hear it much most of the time, but I am from West Virginia. I do have an Appalachian accent, which if you're not familiar with, like, American accents, it's kind of like a Southern accent. It's a little different, but...
No. Eventually. Mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
Not in the past. Mm-hmm. Actually,
And then he came here and he met you. I don't think I've asked this one before. I gaze into Zero's eyes, which have become low and smoldering like embers about to die. Instinctively, I reach out to touch him, but check myself at the last moment. Zero observes this with a sad smile. What does that mean?
what?
What does what mean?
Well.
The thing holding you is losing its grip. What does that mean? Oh, maybe
That
I did.
means- But
So yeah, he, as a poltergeist, he
Yeah.
is alive to revenge a grudge that happened to him when he was alive, but he can't actually remember what that grudge was.
never mind.
And he's starting to fade. That's his sad backstory. Let's see. We still need more spells. So we have an attack spell now. I don't really need that because I have night creatures. That one comes in handy sometimes. Philosophize also comes in handy. Maybe we should get some kind of, like... Well, we do have Charm, so I don't know that we actually need that one. What kind of spells should we learn? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and save, so that if I don't have enough spells, I can go back and learn different ones. Don't need hover. I don't think I need telekinesis. Well, maybe. I couldn't pull the lever the last time. I didn't have a spell to pull the lever. I wonder what spell would do that. Maybe telekinesis would do that. Let's go ahead.
I'm sorry. I always thought.
Carol.
He's very good. I am gonna speed up a little bit at this point,
Maybe.
since we're close to the end of Carmilla's route, and I want to focus on her instead of falling in love with Zero again.
Ouch. Don't worry.
And then.
So yeah, you're trying to clean, for Damien.
May I remind you? Well,
Amazing.
Amazingly
Yeah.
talented, aren't I? Yes, I am very talented.
The incomparable.
God, I love Zero.
careful.
Zero is actually reminds me, I am working on a surprise, and I have posted a little teaser to my Twitter, but soon there will be someone else on my channel.
Huh?
Occasionally, at least. And they are quite a bit like Zero.
Well,
I am learning V-Roid Studio so that I can bring him to life.
Thank goodness. Wait.
It is another denizen of the Paradox Field, my home world. If you have not seen my Twitter and my lore, I am originally from a parallel world, and it is a world that is best described as a
That's
dream
right.
world or sometimes a nightmare world. And there are many different types of places
Precisely.
inside it, and
Can you
there
teach
there
me?
are a lot of other types of beings from the Paradox Field, and so I am going to be bringing one of them with me.
Pay attention.
Telekinesis. Da-di-da.
But.
Uh,
Mhm.
huh? Ah!
Telekinesis.
Ah, how cute.
Well.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this.
Oh,
I think I've worked more in the shop than I've studied for my exams this week. Not that I blame them for wanting me around, I am kind of wonderful. So, at least if I'm a failure as a witch, I can probably stay here for the rest of my days. Especially with the best salesman as distracted as she's been lately. Ooh, this is a Carmilla route thing, so I have never seen this before. We are officially on her route. Carmilla, I don't think the display for our 2-for-1 deal on hands is going to crawl off anytime soon. You can maybe stop securing it. Carmilla's shoulders shoot up. You are. Welcome back. And she stares at her hands for a long moment. When it sinks in, however, she takes a step back. Her cheeks are surprisingly pink.
I suppose.
Oh, well, I suppose they are no longer alive, no?
This is easily the saddest and least subtle thing I have ever watched. Something's up. And the recently appointed best detective in Dwemermere High is on the case. Are you okay, Carmilla? Welcome back, by the way. You seem pretty un-Carmilla-y today.
Perish the thought.
Perish the thought. I'm perfectly fine, my sweet.
Now,
Though, now that I think about it, I do have the need for your expertise.
well,
Nothing magic-related given my current predicament, I hope.
no.
No, darling. Love.
Mm,
What is it, well, in your view?
Ooh, we're asking the heavy questions tonight. The deep questions. I feel my own eyes widen in excitement and a million answers ballot out in my mind to see which can get out first. Where do I even begin with how great love is? I am very much a romantic, which is why I keep playing date sims. I put both hands on my chest and close my eyes wistfully.
right.
Love is the best feeling in the world. No, the whole universe. It leaves you feeling like you can walk on the sun, or fly to the moon, or fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. I can't really sing right now. I've been using my voice too much. The most painful thing imaginable. My eyes pop open. Well, love can be that too, but I notice the way the crease in Carmilla's brows deepens. It's the same as the day she snatched the old sketch from my hands. Should I? Yeah, I think I will. Are you thinking about the girl in the picture? Carmilla hesitates, then gives a reluctant nod.
Tonight.
Tonight is the anniversary of when she first darkened my doorstep.
Ah, the CG. So pretty. Carmilla gently touches one of the hands on display, a sorrowful expression on her face. She looks past me, past everything in the shop, and I wonder what memory is resurfacing inside her. I lean on the counter, suddenly feeling that heavy sensation in my chest. It's one to see your matches work out and love blossom, but it's a whole other experience to witness heartbreak. Will you tell me about her? At first, I don't think she'll answer, but then Carmilla takes a deep, shuddering breath.
She was.
She was only supposed to be my prey, at first. I had begun adapting to my new abilities and had decided to adopt a sort of...
She makes a circular movement with her wrists, obviously debating her next choice of words.
Yes.
catch and release policy. I would only drink as much blood as I needed to live, and then I would release my victims back into the night without further harm.
Huh?
And you didn't get caught?
You dummy.
I wouldn't be here if I had, now would I, silly witch?
I suppose.
It was a dangerous time for vampires back then, which is understandable, I suppose. A cat is not a welcome guest among mice. But my dear little mouse was nothing like the rest.
A fond smile creeps over her lips.
She was.
She was bold, brilliant.
Yes.
She had seen me as a rival, not just a beast to be hunted.
Now.
Even when I did lose to her, there was always an opening to escape, so I always left her one in turn.
Oh my god, so something about me. I really love rivalries, like romantic rivals. Oh my god, I'm so weak for it.
Our little game was like a dance that spanned many a year.
But.
But then, one day, I overstepped.
What did you do?
I tried to force her to drink my blood.
Huh?
You what?
Horrid of me, I know.
You know?
As I once said, drinking a vampire's blood will turn any mortal into one of the living dead if the circumstances are right.
Camilla.
Sudden traces of horror mixed with disgust are written all over her face.
But rather than our usual games, she cried out for help.
She was.
She was terrified of me. She wouldn't even look at me. I managed to escape just moments before the mob barreled down on us. That was the last mercy I was offered. When I tried to approach again, she had served as much willing bait for a troop of vampire hunters.
Don't you worry.
Worry not. I was too crafty by far and had outsmarted them all, of course.
Something doesn't line up here. Why did you do it?
Why?
If you knew she didn't want to drink your blood, why did you try to force her?
I did not know then what I know now. That's hardly an excuse, I know, but the idea of watching her age, watching her sicken and die, leaving me with a life that didn't have her in it, it was excruciating.
It's love, love, love.
I thought that maybe we could dance our dance forever.
I'm getting emotional. Carmilla sighs. Sorry, I gotta get over my emotions before I continue speaking.
I wanted someone to stay by my side so we could be in love for all eternity.
But?
In the end, though, I behaved like the beast that the townsfolk believed me to be. How dreadfully ironic.
Camilla,
You wanted my expert opinion, right? She doesn't respond, but I tell her anyway.
Well...
I think love means accepting change in each other's differences and letting that special someone go when it's time. God, I'm really getting emotional over this for some reason. I feel like it's not even as sad as the other roots, but like... I think it's because I get into doing Carmilla's voice. So my eyes are teary right now. The idea of an immortal love sounds nice, but only if the other person wants that too. Carmilla remains silent and goes to sweep the floor. I might have upset her, but I stand by what I said, not only as a matchmaker, but as a person. Eventually and quietly, from across the shop, I hear her say something.
I only wish I had learned that sooner.
No, poor Carmilla. Okay, so we have 2 more days before the exam. And we are successfully on Carmilla's route. We got all her spells. I need to plan my next few moves carefully. We could go feral. Although I've been kind of avoiding getting Lawrence's spells because I'm gonna do Lawrence next time, so we'll see them all anyway next time. So. I'm trying to think of... I've seen a few different types of challenges that can come up during the finals, so I'm just trying to think of ways that I could get around them all. There was one that I think... Engineered Perfection. Yeah, I'm gonna get Engineered Perfection, and I think that might be the last spell that I learn.
Come on!
Open Cessa Stopper. My constant struggle. I have an oven mitt with silicone on it though, so that's how I open everything now.
Damien! Well...
It's this potion bottle. It won't open at all. I've tried everything.
Sometimes.
Ah, their voice is so cute.
Yes! Huh?
Look how cute. I am gonna go ahead and skip this so we can get to the
That's right.
to the end. Look at this arm wrestle.
Well...
Although it went by a little fast because I was skipping. So their problem and their root. I don't know what the question was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well...
Their problem is that they have they've lived for a really long time and they've replaced all of their body parts at least once, except for their heart. And their heart is getting weak, and they're afraid that if they replace it, they won't be themselves anymore. That's their dilemma. In their root. So we have... I think I'm gonna stop learning spells at this point. I have a save file, so if I wind up without the spells that I need, I should be able to go back and relearn some things. Should probably make some potions. Ah, days where you have way too many customers. Yay, telekinesis. And, ooh, we got extra money. Sometimes you need money at the end, so I'm gonna spend some of this, but not all of it. Actually, hold on. I need blue and pink. I think I'm gonna keep 20 on me if I can. I'm gonna make some more potions too. I had like overkill amount of potions last time, but today and tomorrow. Should I learn more spells, or should I just make potions? Is there anything that I don't have covered? I'm gonna go ahead and get Lick, because I feel like a damage healing spell is something that I don't have.
I'm fine.
But again, I'm gonna skip it, because I want to see the end of Carmilla's route.
Oh...
I'll actually go through it when we do Lawrence. Okay, so now I will make a few more potions. Yay! Oh, extra money again. So we're doing pretty good on the money front, so I will just buy some more potions. I wish it told you how many potions you have on the screen. That bugs me every time. Okay, so I don't need any more blue. And you can get a few bonus potions at the end, so I'm not gonna worry about potions anymore, I don't think. Well, maybe I should get a few more. I don't know. I'll get this one too. Maybe. No, but I have charm, so I don't think I really need it. I'll just make a few more potions. Finally, the hour of truth is here. I look around the town square, which is filled to the brim with my monstrous classmates and upperclassmen. There are a few familiar faces linger at the edge, cramming last minute. That's what I would be doing if I were here, not gonna lie. A few others are nervously asking their crushes to the festivities after the exams, always a good sight to see. But at the very center of the square is Miss Magwitch, stern-faced and serious as ever, waiting for the witching hour to finally arrive. Once it does, she'll teleport us to the dungeons where we'll face our trials. Close by is Mr. West, who is trying to sell potions to anybody that doesn't look prepared enough.
All right.
I should be able to successfully sweet talk Miss Magwitch, or not successfully, but she'll give me some potions anyway. Now we must take our witch exam. I will hang out with Carmilla. I should have saved so I could see what happens if you don't do it, but that's okay, I'll do that next time. Why is it so dark here? Glow.
Yes.
Shining my way through the Nightshade Way. Let's go.
All right.
Finally, here's some light. Let's see, that door looks tightly shut and the lever next to it looks broken. Insubstantiate.
Wow.
There seems to be a deep pit over there. I wonder what you need to fix the lever, because I haven't been able to do that one yet. Or no, maybe I did fix the lever before. Oh, it's the rock that I don't know how to get past. Which is fine. I know how to get over this one.
All right.
Eek, a zombie? What did he eat to grow so big? And why is he glaring at me as if I owe him money? Don't tell me he's also an obstacle I have to pass. I think I did this one before, so I kind of want to see what happens if I just throw a fireball at him.
Fireball.
The wave of fire hits him squarely in the face. He lets out a loud shriek before falling on the ground unconscious.
Yes.
Well, that was close. Not really. Now let's see. This seems like a dead end, but I have a feeling there should be a door here. Insubstantiate.
Oh. Insubstantiate. Huh?
Is that the Reaper? How on earth did Miss Magwitch get him here? Behind him seems to be the exit, though. That wasn't bad. Oh, so if you have certain spells, you can use a spell to get past him, or if you intimidate the zombie into being your friend, you can use him to get through this, but otherwise you just have to give him money.
Huh?
Oh, 20 potions. Oh, I thought it was money. I should have spent all my money then. But I had it, so it's fine. Carmilla! I burst into the human shop with reckless abandon, waving my hands enthusiastically in the air.
Wow!
Da-di-da, da-di-dee! I passed my exams! I did it!
Yes!
I'm going to be a real witch and not be tragically expelled. I thought she was at the register, but the moment I mention passing, all I catch is a glimpse of Carmilla's cape fluttering as she rushes toward me and takes my hands in hers.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, my dear.
I'm impressed.
You've impressed me. I honestly had no faith that you would pass the Magwitch Devilish exams with only a week's worth of studying, and yet here you are.
What did you mean you had no faith? Oop.
Right.
I was under the tutelage of the beautiful, the one and only Countess Carmilla. How could I fail with such a beautiful mentor? Carmilla's face flushes and she sinks into the collar of her cape. Really, she makes it too easy.
Then it is most fortunate that I took you under my wing, isn't it?
I give both of her hands a squeeze and she shyly peers at me in response. If I hadn't seen her in action, I don't think I'd ever believe she was any sort of hunter in the slightest. Which reminds me, actually.
Whoa.
Hey, Carmilla?
Um,
Do you, remember our conversation from the other day where you outsmarted the vampire hunters? Her face falls a little and she lifts her head to fully face me. Guess that answers that.
how?
How did you do it? It's been driving me nuts.
Well, I suppose you do deserve a little reward.
Anyway,
The truth is I didn't.
now,
The little mouse, though she had acted as bait, she was my savior that night.
The girl from the picture rescued you, but I thought she was scared of you. Carmilla
she
nods.
was.
She was, and I'm still not entirely sure why she helped me in spite of it all.
Maybe.
Perhaps she was simply following the old game, or perhaps that connection we shared still lingered in her heart.
At any rate,
Either way, she left me an opening, as she always had, time and time again, and I chose to take it.
whoa.
What happened to her after that? She shrugs, but despite her nonchalant attitude, I can tell it bothers her. Her downcast eyes give it away.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. That was the last time I saw her. And from what I've gathered, she died and was buried somewhere in Slovenia, but that was decades ago.
My hands tense up, pressed against hers.
Hmm.
Do you want to see her again?
Of course.
Of course, I had intended to apologize properly upon our next meeting, but I never got the chance. I was foolish to...
I feel her grip slacken in mine, as though she'll drift off the moment I let go. But I have no intention of letting that happen.
Whoa.
What's stopping you?
Right.
You got like 3 raises and a bonus from Mr. West this week alone, and we've been working in the human shop long enough that we should be able to afford the trip, right?
Pardon?
Pardon? We?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just going to let you take a vacation by yourself, you know.
Hmm.
And I've always wondered what it would be like to travel across Europe.
Oh.
Ooh, and there's a city of love in France, isn't there?
That settles it. I'm going. I have been to Paris, actually. One time. I went to Paris and London, and that was the only time I've ever been overseas. Despite my efforts, Carmilla presses her lips together in uncertainty.
My dear little witch.
You are truly quite shameless at times, my darling. Though I suppose that's just one of your many charms. But when I visit the grave, won't you be bored?
Whoa.
Well, I need to meet my rival eventually, don't I?
Huh?
Your rival?
She shoots me a blank stare for a moment, but then her cheeks light up like the inside of a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my.
Oh my, that is, but, oh goodness. I did not think that you'd...
Miss Countess, don't tell me that you've fallen for me too. I raise one of Carmilla's hands to my lips and gently kiss her knuckles. I think if she turns any redder, she'll explode. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, too much? She shakes her head side to side vigorously in response. I can't help but giggle until my own feelings of resignation creep in.
Whoa.
Well, don't worry. I know you're still in love with her, so I won't tease you anymore. But I think that as long as those mistakes are haunting you, you won't be able to notice anybody else. And
maybe I'm a bit selfish, but I at least want a fighting chance.
Oh,
Oh, my dear sweet little witch, you have it all wrong. She gently pulls her hand from mine and my heart sinks. Did I mess up? I thought she liked the aggressive approach. Sorry, I think I misread the, never mind.
whoa.
Sorry, I'll go. But before I can turn away, Carmilla's hand is on my cheek to meet me, and she draws me into a kiss. My heart does backflips against my chest. When she gently pulls away, I feel my witch's resolve begin to waver, having been suddenly overwhelmed by her soft lips. Is this a yes or a no? I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here.
Dummy.
Oh, Rem, you dummy. The way I feel about her and the way I feel about you are completely different. She flicks the tip of my nose. I blink.
Now,
She may always be important to me, but that doesn't mean there's no room left for you.
even if I'm not
Even if
immortal,
I'm not an immortal?
Of course. I plan to cherish all the time we have for the precious thing that it is. And if a day comes that we should part ways, then I will keep every memory I hold of you close to my heart.
I'm very gay. And I'm very, very happy right now.
She deserved. I may at least honor her memory by correcting the mistakes I've made in the past. And show her I can move forward in my future with you.
Once it registers in my head that Carmilla, the Carmilla, likes me too, a fierce blush rises against my cheeks and spreads to the very tips of my ears. I try and regain my earlier suave and charismatic composure, but words escape me. Be cool, Rem, be cool. This is the eternal struggle.
Wow. That's
I try to be cool. I try to be calm. I try to be the Onesan. But honestly, I'm just a shy little baby. I'm just a shy small demon. I'm very easily flustered. She raises a brow and smiles amused before proceeding to bat her eyelashes at me.
You think so, huh?
I do! But after we visit and make amends, I really want to see Paris. Can we go? Please?
I look Carmilla in her violacious eyes, waving my clasped hands at her. She stares at me for a moment, a little surprised, but there's such warmth to her gaze that I feel myself blush even more profusely than before. At long last, a soft chuckle escapes her lips.
Oh, all right.
The end. The ends are a bit abrupt, but that was really sweet, and I'm really glad that I finally did her route. It had many things I enjoy, which include vampires, adorable girls, romantic rivalries, intense tragic pasts, and happy endings where I get to kiss a vampire girl. Some of my favorite things. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. I had a fun time streaming. Looks like I have been going for about 2 hours now, and I have exhausted my voice a bit doing a very high voice and a very low voice at the same time. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream for tonight, but thank you everybody. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Every single one of you. Even if you just stay for a few minutes, even if you just say hi, or even if you lurk, if you talk to me. I love you all. Thank you very much. I'm amazed that I have been able to get over my shyness enough to start streaming, and I'm amazed that people have enjoyed coming and hanging out with me too. So thank you. Thank you all. I'm still feeling a little emotional, I guess. But yeah, I will go ahead and wrap the stream up and give my voice a rest, so until we meet again, sweet dreams everyone. Thank you.